slow the tempo. Ooh la la la, keep it simple. Good things gonna come if you just wait. She ride me faster and faster, and she do it with passion. I feel it coming, it's coming. So baby, slow down. She ride me faster and faster. Don't know how long I can last. I feel it coming, it's coming. So baby, slow down. Let me love you slow.
What's up, you guys? It's Katie, and today I'm going to be teaching the dance Baby Slow Down. It is choreographed by Paulino and DeClue. It goes to the song Slow Low by Jason Derulo. It's a four-wall dance. It's basically 32 counts with a series of tags and alterations. Technically on the step sheet, I think it says 42 or 46 or something like that. But I'll walk you through the changes. We have an A1 and A2 phrase and then a tag. That just changes a little bit about like the last couple of counts of the phrase. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so we do have an A1 and A2 phrase, but the first 24 counts of A are all the same, regardless of whether you're doing A1 and A2. So I'm going to teach that as just part A. So let's go ahead and get started. So we're starting with a rock forward, 1, and then we're covering onto our left with our right. 2, I'm rocking out to my right, 2, and 3 and 4, I'm doing a half turning sailor step over my right shoulder with my right foot. So 3 and 4. And I'm landing with my feet crossed because I'm going to use this as a prep to unwind. Okay, so this is 4. 5, I'm unwinding a full turn over my left shoulder. 5. As I'm doing that, I'm going to shift my weight from my right foot to my left foot. It's a little bit of a weird turn, and it takes some practice to get used to. But once you get it, you understand because you need it weighted. You need to be weighted on your left foot in order to make this next step work. Okay, so that's 5. 6, I'm going to take a step out to my left, or to my right, excuse me. 6, as I'm doing that, I'm going to fan my left heel out and kind of drag it with me. 7 and 8, I'm going to do a weave to my right hand side. 7 and 8, and then I'm going to tack this on at the end so we know what we're doing. We're doing an and cross and 1 and rocking into that foot. Okay, so let's go ahead and try that count of 8 from the beginning. We're starting with the press rocks. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8 and 1. Okay, so we're on our second count of 8. Again, this is the same regardless of whether you're doing A1 or A2. So we just landed in this pressed rock, cross rock on 1, right? 1, 2, I'm going to recover back onto my right foot where it is like crossed behind me. But as I'm doing that, I'm going to hitch my left foot up. 2. You can see that you're giving yourself some momentum to your left, right? So we're going to be doing a left mambo out of this. And as I'm doing that, I'm going to be making a quarter turn to my left. So the mambo looks like 3 and 4, and I'm doing a quarter turn out of that. So 3 and 4. 5 and 6, I'm doing a backwards right mambo. 5 and 6. 7 and 8, I'm doing 3 boogie walks forward, starting with my left foot. 7 and 8, and just so remember what boogie walks look like, our toes and knees go to the same direction. So 7 and 8, and then after that third boogie walk, I'm going to hitch my right foot up in front of me because I'm prepping for something in the next count of 8. Okay, so let's try that count of 8 really quick. We landed in this press rock. 1, so we have and 1, 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6, 7 and 8 and. Okay, so we're on our third count of 8. We just hit our 3 o'clock wall and we have our foot hitched. The next 8 counts is a full turning samba weave. So if you know out, out, same thing. This is in a lot of other dances too, but out, out is the one that most recently comes to mind. So we're doing a cross 1 and 2. I've opened up now to my front right diagonal. This would be 430. 5 and 6, I'm doing left, right, left. 5 and opening up to my 730 diagonal. 6, this is our halfway point. 7 and, okay, sorry, let me restart that. So we're going 1 and 2, we go right, left, right. We're facing 430. 3 and 4, left, right, left. We're now facing 7:30. 5 and 6, we're facing 10:30. 7 and 8, we're kind of open up to 1:30, but in the next count, you're gonna, with the sailor steps, what's coming up next, you're gonna square up to 3 o'clock. This is gonna be your new wall. Okay, so let's try that really quick. We just did the hitch. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6, 7 and 8. Okay, we're on our last count of 8 of part A, and this is where part A1 and A2 differ from each other. The first 4 counts, though, of A1 and A2 are the same. So we're doing 2 sailor steps, first with our right and then with our left. 1 and 2, and then with our left, 3 and 4. For part A1 on 5, I'm going to rock out to my right. I'll show you guys what it looks like on camera. I'm going to rock out 5, and then 6 and 7 and 8. I'm going to be doing a full volta turn over my left shoulder. Okay, so a volta turn is just a step together, step together, step together in a circle or a half circle or however many degrees you're rotating. Okay, so if I'm doing a full volta turn over my left shoulder, I rocked out 5 and 6. I'm leading with my left foot, and 6, I made a half turn, and 7, another quarter turn, and 8, and then back to my original wall. Okay, that's the counts. We're actually facing our 3 o'clock wall, so let's try it in that direction. We just did our sailors. So 1 and 2, 3 and 4, prep 5, 6 and 7 and 8. And you land on your left foot, which is going to prep you to go back into the first count of choreography, right? Because part A1 is only 32 counts. So you would go 1 and 2. Okay, so let's just do that count of 8 really quick, starting with the sailors. We just came out of our full samba weave. 5, 6, 7, 8, 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5, 6, and 7, and 8. Okay, so let's do all 32 counts of A1 together before we talk about A2, okay? So starting with the press rocks, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, and 1, 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6, 7 and 8, and 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6, 7 and 8, 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5, 6 and 7 and 8. Okay, so let's talk about A2. So same thing, we're still facing our 3 o'clock wall, and we did our sailor steps, 1 and 2, 3 and 4. I'm going to teach it facing the camera, and then we'll do it to our actual 3 o'clock wall. So 5 and 6 for A2, I'm going to be doing a crossing left samba. 5 and 6. Okay? 7, I'm going to cross my left foot over my right. 7, and then 7 and then into 8. I'm going to be doing a sweep, or sweeping my right foot from the back to the front. So 7, 8. Okay? We have another 10 counts after this. So we have, on 1, I'm going to be crossing my right foot over my left because I'm finishing that sweep. 1. 2, 3, and 4, I'm doing a full turn unwind pretty slowly. 2, 3, 4. Okay? 5, 6, I'm holding 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2. I'm doing a V step with my right, starting with my right foot. So out, out, in, in. 7, 8, 9, 10, if that's how you want to count it. Okay? There's hands there, and as we're doing the V step, we're going out 7, 8, and then back in 1, 2. This is the part of the song where it says, "Let me love you slow, low." Okay? So let's try all of that, the extra 12 counts, facing our 3 o'clock wall, because it all happens toward the same direction. Okay? So we did our sailor steps, 1 and 2, 3 and 4. We're going into our left samba. 5 and 6, sweep 7, 8, cross 1, unwind 2, 3, 4, hold 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2. Okay, so let's go over all of the counts of part A2, starting from the press rocks. 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3 and 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8, and 1, 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6, 7 and 8, and 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6, 7 and 8, 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5, and 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so we have one short tag. It is just 4 counts, and it's basically just a hip roll because we're coming out of A1. We're coming out of that full turning volta, right? Basically what you're going to do is, so you went 6 and 7 and 8. On and, I'm going to take a step out with my right foot. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm doing a 4 count hip roll from my right to my left. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so that's the tag. I've had this sequence up here the whole time. What makes this song a little bit more difficult than normal line dance songs, and this is labeled as advanced, I kind of consider it more like an intermediate advanced, but this song has some tempo changes. So intentionally, it's a really cool styling effect, but when you're dancing this, you really have to be aware of where the tempo is changing. You kind of naturally want to do it anyway because you can kind of feel it, but just something to be aware of, and it makes it a little more difficult than a normal line dance would be, especially when you're coming out of a fast section and then going into the slow section. I can't tell you how many times I had to redo the demo because I kept trying to go fast in the slow part. So just keep that in mind. That's just something I've noticed when I'm dancing it, okay? So that was Baby Slow Down. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope to see you guys out on the dance floor.